Here we are at the Parafest in Petoskey, Michigan, and I have Cassidy Ray and Rhonda.
Hello.
Hello, Cassidy.
Hi.
Hello, Rhonda.
Hello.
So pleased to have you here. And can you tell me a little bit about yourselves?
Go ahead.
Oh,
You're the star.
Well, I'm Cassidy Ray. I'm 15 years old, and I'm from Kentucky. And I am a medium, so that means I can see, hear, communicate with, feel, smell, basically engage.
Oh, that can't be good.
Yeah.
Let's rephrase that. Feel as in feel their feelings, their emotions.
Yeah.
What
Oh, I was meaning the smell.
Oh yeah, the smells can be interesting too.
Yeah, and sense spirits or people who have passed on.
I'm Rhonda, and I'm her mother. I've been her mother for 15 years, and I'm just her supporter in all of this. So whatever she wants to do, I have to support it. I can't control it because I can't ground her from it. So we have to embrace it. That's what we've done.
So when did this first pop up?
Halloween will make 2 years that I've known full on that I could do this. It was my first paranormal investigation ever in a little town called Narrows, West Virginia, at a place called the MacArthur Inn. This inn has been, it was
a Civil War hospital.
It was a nursing home,
and then a nursing home, and now it's a bed and breakfast.
Yeah, and there was a lot of energy within the place, and it's like all the energy came together and kicked the door open to all of my abilities, and I started seeing all these extra people and seeing lights and shadows, and I was hearing people say my name and hearing people have conversations that weren't part of, the paranormal group, and it kind of freaked me out. And that weekend I got a crash course in how to control my gift, how exactly to use it, what it all means.
Who did you get that from?
The team that was hosting the event is all family of sensitives and mediums.
It's Haunt Paranormal. Yeah,
they're out of Bristol, Tennessee, and one of the guys I was very close to is their best medium. He's honed his gift he's like 30, so
yeah, his whole life,
his entire life, and
who's that?
Gary Thomas.
Gary Thomas. He's with this group. He's not really a well known, but he's very good at what he does. And he kind of sat me down and was like, "This is how you're gonna have to turn off today. And if you open up, this is what it's gonna mean." And he talked me through it all that night and helped me come to terms with it instead of being terrified.
So then when we got home, our first phone call, our first visit was to Patty Starr, and Patty gave us some guidance, some advice, some things we can do to kind of protect Cassidy and calm down the activity until she could control it. She gave her some books that were out of print about meditation and controlling, and literally within a couple months Cassidy had full control of her gift as far as when it comes to communicating on investigations. The spiritual readings that she does came by purely by accident, and when that happened, she's actually worked with Scotty Rourke. Scotty will tell you this is his student.
Yeah.
So he's our go-to guy. There's some other mediums in the field. Deb Lance has helped Cassidy. Justin Mullins has given her some information and some advice along the way. But Scotty's he's the one we see the most, and she seemed to connect really, really well with him. So that's the one that's kind of taken him under her wing, or taken her under his wing, and worked with her and given her advice and helped her with her spirit guide. And then we have a friend that is a Native American that has helped her with her protections. Hello, puppy. And the spiritual side of everything.
Very cool. So I have to take a step back. You were there for a paranormal investigation?
I was actually there I used to do acting and modeling before the paranormal stuff came about, but we'd actually been in talks of starting a kind of a father-daughter paranormal investigation web series with me and my stepdad and I. And he told me, there's a paranormal investigation, this event, you and your mom should go to it so that way you can learn what to do and how to do it. And I was 13 and I was terrified to use the bathroom by myself. So I was just like, okay.
And we'd always been into the paranormal as far as we were the ones that, I watched that show and this is cool and I think that's out there, but no way in heck are you getting me into a haunted house in the middle of the night in the dark. And Jason has been investigating for 12, 13 years before.
That's your husband?
And so he took us on the investigation, so that was my first one as well. And I wouldn't go certain places. I was like, I'm not going down there by myself. That's freaky.
Yeah.
And now I just follow blindly behind her And for me, I'm there more to make sure she's okay, that nothing's there, that she's taking care of herself. And
So, what do you do now in terms of paranormal investigations?
For our paranormal investigation, to do a lot of paranormal unity events and paranormal conferences such as this one, where we're at the convention all day, meeting people, talking to people. I do readings, which are I connect with spirits that have crossed on to another side that are still around, hanging out and protecting people. And then usually on the Fridays and Saturdays, there are group investigations where they take the people who have paid and you divide into groups, and you kind of rotate around the location with the different teams, and I try to float around with those groups so everybody gets a chance to investigate with the medium if they haven't before, and everybody gets to see that insight. We host a lot of events. We work with a paranormal group out of Ohio called Living Dead Paranormal. They're a group of brothers, and we call them our brother team. And I've accompanied them on many investigations, whether I'm physically with them or not. They'll give me a call, be like, "Hey, Cassidy, come check up on us." And I kind of astral project remote view to wherever they are, and I can be like, "So there's this little girl standing behind you, and she's about to knock your hat off if you don't pay attention to her." So.
And then they start getting this little girl on their EVP saying hi and
hello.
and
when they don't get a lot of evidence or it's kind of a slow night, they'll call me and say, "So what's around?" So they can specialize their questions to pertain to whatever spirit they're talking to get more accurate and more responses.
Okay. And so, what are your plans to go from here?
I would like to finish out high school because I'm only a sophomore. And I would like to go to college to be an emergency room technician, but I also want to continue with the paranormal field because, doing residential investigations and readings to kind of bring people pieces of mind and a calmness and, a relaxation in their own home so they're not terrified of what they don't know. So.
Very cool. What about you, Rhonda?
I'm gonna go wherever she goes because that's to me that's just my role. I'm here.
So extra bed in the dorm room?
Yes.
Yeah, extra bed in the dorm room.
Right there.
She can't stay far away from mom. But we've been contacted by Sci-Fi and Travel Channel production companies several times. Actually, on the way up here this weekend, we were contacted by one from Travel Channel, and it's in early stages of development. But the girl's talking to 4 people that she's interested in with the concept, so we can't say a whole lot about it. But we had to pull over and Skype in the
On the way there.
It was a Waffle House parking lot with a truck stop to it.
So we would love for her to be able to do a series that's well done. TV's TV. A lot of things are put out there. They're embellished. I'm not gonna say they're fake, but things are embellished for the ratings. If it's well done and puts her in a good light, I'd love for her to do something like that to help her with college expenses. College is getting expensive and more expensive every year. With her going to school in the medical field, she's in where she can make a little bit of money on the weekends, and she can do that instead of going to college and working 20 hours a week.
Right.
I'm like, that's her payoff for helping all the people she can help. That's your payoff. You're not going to have to struggle through college like I did or like a lot of other people did, where they were working and going to school and paying tuition and struggling for the grades, because she's very OCD about her grades. She will not survive going to college and working 20 hours a week. I can tell you that.
Understood.
She will not be happy with. She'll have good grades, but she will not be happy with herself.
I don't accept less than a B in any class except for math.
So
math is not a good one for you.
No, but above all, we want her to continue to do this and in a good light and have a good reputation as someone anybody can talk to, and use her fame, so to speak. We work with the Chiari Malformation Awareness Foundations and just bring awareness to issues that may not get the exposure that they need, and she can use her time in the public eye to bring that exposure out.
Very cool. Now, ladies, before I close, I like to ask a little question. And my main website is weirdreview.com, The Weird Review. And I like to ask if you'd like to share something weird and wonderful about yourselves that maybe your fans might not know. And Rhonda, since your daughter's done a lot of talking, how about we start with you?
So the weirdest thing, it's not really weird, probably more embarrassing than anything.
Embarrassing's fun.
I don't know if your viewers know who Ari Lehman is. He's First Jason.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know.
You knew exactly where I was going with this, didn't you? Okay. So, like she said earlier, she did a lot of indie film back in Kentucky. She did a lot of horror because it's really easy and it's cheap to do, and filmmakers have fun with it. And we were promoting,
fake blood and that's it?
Yeah, blood, and, you know, chocolate juice and all that good stuff for the blood. But she had done a little indie film when we were at Fright Night in Louisville, promoting a little indie film. And at those conventions, it's all party, 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 Friday, Saturday, and everybody's dragging on Sunday. So one of the first 2 nights of the convention, we were in a room and there was like 40 or 50 people. Everybody's hanging out, drinking.
No, I was gone.
She was back. She was in our room with the teenagers. They were all sleeping, doing their thing, and the grown-ups were mingling. And there were some of the celebrities there. And I was never a real big horror fan either. I mean, I watched the movies. It's like, oh, that freaks me out. I'm not watching it again. And I'd had a couple of drinks, and I walk up to Ari Lehman. I had no idea who this man was. I knew I'd heard his name. And he's talking, and he's, you know, hey, how are you? I said, this is going to be really weird. It's like, I know you're a celebrity, but who are you? What did you do? And everybody in the room just looked at me like, oh my God. And he laughed hysterically. And he still knows who I am at every convention we do, and I think that's why. I made some sort of impression on him, because I didn't know who he was, and I was like, I don't know why you're a celebrity, tell me. And everybody's like, I can't believe you didn't know who he was. So that's my weird thing, I guess.
Ari's a neat guy.
I love Ari. I love him.
Were you at the Kalamazoo Freaks and Geeks show
We were
a few weeks ago?
We were supposed to be, and we had to cancel. We had some other things come up, and we had to cancel.
He and Camden Toy were, and Mike Holman were singing opera outside the
we did
bar.
an event with Camden Toy, one of the first paranormal events we did, and it was with the same group that got her started with her mediumship and studying and everything. And this was before that point. It was still the movie thing. And he was at the event down there, and he was directly across from us. Laughed at him all weekend. He's such a character. Super nice guy. Super nice guy. Couldn't ask for better. We've not had the chance to do any more conventions with him since then, but we follow him on Facebook, and we kind of know where he's at and stuff. And he's super, super sweet. Would love to do another convention with him.
Very sweet man. So, what about you, Cassidy Ray?
Well, seeing as what I do, there's a lot of weird experiences that I come across, but probably one of my favorites, it relates more towards my little brother who's 8, but it pertains to me. And my stepdad told me mom the story. He said they were in the car driving, and my stepdad looked at him and said, Jason, or my brother looked at my stepdad and said, hey Jason, can we crash and die? And my stepdad was like, why would you want to do that? He was like, you know, so we could go hunt and talk to Cassidy. And you know, my stepdad was like, well, if we die, I'm pretty sure Cassidy would close down and she'd never open up again. My brother, dead serious, goes, well, that's okay, we can go haunt somebody else.
Very cool.
And he was funny because when we first started investigating, we kind of kept him from it, because there's that's another battle in the paranormal. Do you take kids on investigations or not? And I believe it's a personal decision, and it depends on the location. We've been to several that I would take my 6, 7, 8-year-old who's learning the ropes, beginner location. And we had asked him, do you want to go on some of these ghost hunts with us? Because he was always being left behind with his dad. He's like, yeah. He said, but I need some equipment. And I asked him, I said, well, what kind of equipment do you need? He said, I need a recorder, a camera, and Cassidy. So he relies on his sister a lot to help him with his investigations.
So she is his equipment.
Yes, she is the equipment.
Very cool. Well, do you have anything you'd like to close with, like website information where you can be seen?
She can be seen. She has 2 Facebook accounts. Cassidy Ray, CassidyRae. She has a public page, and then she has a like page, and that's where we post everything. And in the next few weeks, you can see her in Indianapolis at the IMAX on the 19th of October. She's going to be there with Dan T. Hall and The Living Dead Paranormal. He's got several films and documentaries showing, and she's actually one of the documentaries that are showing there. I think Savannah Lean's going to be there signing autographs from Paranormal State, the new class.
Very cool.
And the weekend after that, she's going to be in Indiana again with Living Dead in O-Town Jail.
It's the Hartford City Jail. There's actually two or three locations all in one night. You know, you'll have me and Living Dead investigating with you with all their equipment and all my medium spiritual stuff going on. So that's going to be a really fun event.
And then after that, we're done until March, and she kicks the convention season off in LA on the Queen Mary.
Very cool. What about websites? Don't you have a website?
She has. It's Cassidy Ray DPSM.webs.com. But because of the webs, we don't use it a whole lot because it's up and down. So we rely a lot on Facebook.
And don't you have a web series?
On YouTube, if you search Dead People See Me, there will be a couple videos on a GTN network pop up with some of our investigations. You can look at it there. If you look up a Living Dead Paranormal, the account is Foreman, Fourman 04. There's a lot of their investigations on there that I accompanied them on, or I'm on the phone with them while they're investigating, and a lot of those are on there too.
And the YouTube channel Dead People See Me TV, we're starting that up, so there are some links.
Yeah.
And in the coming months there'll be more videos, short videos, 5-minute videos of Cassidy and her investigations and her readings to show both sides of what she does. So a lot of different ways you can connect with her.
And GTV, was it?
GTN, it's Ghost
GTN.
Tales Network, ghosttales.tv.com. It's online programming. They have about 40 different programs, all paranormal, and everywhere from ghost hunting to Bigfoot to UFOs and everything in between. They've got some really good independent programming.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you. It's been a blast.
Thank you. And from Petoskey, Michigan, this has been The Weird Review. Thank you so much.